Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. Um, you mentioned it indirectly about letting go. In my experience, that was the biggest lesson. That you have to let go of things and people that don't serve you anymore. So
Yeah.
how do you practice letting go?
So letting go is one of the most difficult things that you have to do first, because, for example, if you say letting go of people, then you feel like you're a bad person because you're abandoning people. And letting go doesn't mean that you're not going to help your best friend if she's in need. Letting go doesn't mean that if someone is dragging you down, you're not going to help them if they need you. It's just you have to start putting some limits if it's affecting you, because you need to surround with people that are like in the same frequency. Like, I don't like being surrounded with people that we are not in the same frequency, because then I get confused and then I just get into the wrong track, and it takes a lot of effort for me not to get confused by those people, and I don't need to use my energy not to get confused because I already know what I want. So it's just making like you say, like living with flow. It's like they're gonna be in your life, they're gonna pass. I mean, you're going to have experiences together, but you're not going to carry their problems. You're not going to carry their sorrows, or you're not going to carry their inability to get their life in control. So you got to kind of learn. It's kind of difficult. Another thing that it's important for you to let go is material things. The minute you start letting go material things, something happens in your soul, that you start understanding that there are a lot of things that you don't need. And then you realize, once you get rid of material stuff, you get rid of some emotions that you don't need to handle. It's like, for example, I sold my house, my main property, a while ago, and I let go everything because I had no space for those things. And a lot of people ask me, like, don't you miss this? Don't you miss that? And I was like, no. I mean, sometimes I think about it, but just the process of letting those things go. And I just don't throw that to the trash. I gave it to someone that is really using it and taking advantage of it because they couldn't buy it on their own. So you do a good thing, you let go of material things you don't need, and you start understanding that you don't have attachments. And when you don't have attachment, you're really free.
Mhm. Yeah, because when you don't have attachment, nothing owns you. So you're free when you let go of stuff.
Exactly. One of the main things I tell people, because they ask me a lot, like, how you do this, how do you do that? And I start teaching them, like, if you start to learn how to live with less, then you're going to be free. Because what really ties you up to a job, and it doesn't, I mean, not everybody, I'm not saying a corporate job is bad. It's bad when you are a slave to that job. And what makes you a slave to that job is because you want a specific car, or you want to have a specific clothes, or you want to have a specific watch. And that's what makes you a slave to that job. But the minute you don't need that watch, the minute you don't need that car, and you can have a less expensive car, if you don't like your job, you just change. You just go for another one. It makes you free.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your great insights. I would like to continue the conversation at a later stage,
Yeah.
because I feel what you're doing, what you're aiming for, your dream is amazing, and you will impact so many people. And I know in this time, like, people always need some inspiration, and I feel that you're very inspiring. So thank you so much for sharing your ideas, your dream, and your, yeah, your amazing way of how you live life, how you live in flow. Thank
Thanks
you
for the
so.
opportunity. That's the purpose. You learn and then you share so you can contribute to the world. So that's how it is.